All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. I had to remind you, Mike wasn't over here. Disclaimer, man. We do this for education and research purposes only. We don't condone violence or drug use. That being said, hey man, this video was from the Dante show. Like the title say, man. Female guard tried to take that wine from him, man. She tried to take that meat from him. She sent him down through there. He didn't want to give up that meat, man. You know what I'm saying? But it was an old ratchet female woman. She didn't want to give up that. He didn't want to give it up, so she put him through torture and hell to get it. Hey, this is a funny video. It's kind of long, but it's gonna get good about 20 minutes in or 15 minutes in. So y'all try to stay at least 15 minutes. Then this is when the good part kick in about how it really went down. That being said, hit that like button, man. As soon as y'all come through there, like, share, and subscribe. We almost hit the 500 giveaway. That being said, 500 subscribers, we're giving away $500. That being said, let's go.
The Dante show.
My bunkie, he come to me. He like, yo, D, do me a favor. I say, what is it? He like, hey, listen, at the dinner time, stay out the cell. Give me about 15, 20 minutes, and then you can come up. Matter of fact, when the white sheet is down, then you can come in. It's not unusual that your cellie will ask you to not to come in the cell. He might want to talk to his girl. He might try to conduct some business that he don't want you involved in. You never know what the case may be. So it's not unusual for a request like that from your bunkie. So I said, all right, cool. Dinner time rolls around. I'm downstairs watching TV. I think they got a special on the National Geographic Discovery Channel about when tigers attack. About 15 minutes roll around and I get up and I go upstairs to see, is he done doing what he doing? I hear some noises, like some grunting noises. So I'm like, and I know he ain't in there messing with no punk. I don't think he messed with punks.
So what he's saying is, I gotta talk, y'all. I know y'all don't like that, but I'd be stealing if I don't do my commentary. So what he's saying is, when you got a cell, y'all got to share the cell. Y'all each get individual alone time in the cell. So dude put a towel up, and that means that I'm busy. Don't come up in here right now, and I'll let you know when I can come in. So he don't know what's going on, but he said he hears some grunting, some noise, so he don't know if it's a nigga up there.
He might just be in there, talking to his girl on the phone, getting one off.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Hit that like button.
That's what that is. So I walks off. The white sheet was still up. So I walks off. Then about 10 minutes later, I come back upstairs and the white sheet is down. So I walk in the cell. I hop on top of my bunk and I'm like, you straight, man? He like, yeah, man, I'm good. I'm real good. I'm like, oh, okay. So, prison stuff, ain't nothing to it. It is what it is. So I go to bed. I get woken up around 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, the first movement time is 6 a.m. I'm told that a detective want to talk to me and the chaplain. So I'm like, what the heck going on? So I get up, get my stuff on, and this guard escort me to the chaplain. So I'm sitting there waiting, and I end up going to sleep. About an hour later, it's about 4 o'clock in the morning, I get brought back to my cell. And I'm like, yo, what?
So what they did was clear the cell out so the cell could have a empty cell by itself.
What's going on? I thought a detective wanted to talk to me. The CO, like, something came up. I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I hop back in the bed. I go back to sleep. Count time. So I get up out my bed, make the bed up, wake my bunkie up, and we stand up for count. We go back in, and I lay back down. He leaves out the cell. I'm going to say about 40 minutes later, I get up, get my towel, and I get in the shower. About 5 minutes later, I'm heading back upstairs and I see the white sheet up. Man, what the heck is this dude doing? I'm like, yo, I'm about to come in. He like, yo, hold up. Wait a minute, hold up. So I'm like, dude, I'm not waiting, man. I'm about to come in. So he like, just chill, just wait a minute. So I'm like, all right, man. So he said, come in. So I come in and he look all disheveled. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, what is you doing? Oh no, I'm just in here working out, and I don't want people to see what I'm in here doing. I'm just working out. So I'm like, you just working out? What you mean you don't want people to see what you? All right, whatever. So as a courtesy, you got to turn your back when your cellie getting dressed. So he stands over there by the cell with his back turned, and I'm over there by the toilet putting my stuff on. And he like, yo, bro, could you hurry up? I'm like, what you mean, can I hurry up? Put my deodorant on. I'm like, what you mean, can I hurry up? I'm saying, man, chill out. He like, yeah, just hurry up, man. I need to hold the cell down. I'm like, God dang, man, could you just wait a minute? I just got up in here. He like, yeah, I know, but you breaking my concentration. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. I said, can I brush my teeth? Can I at least brush my teeth? He like, yeah, come on, man, come on. I'm brushing my teeth and I hear like a walkie-talkie. And I'm like, oh, it must be a dip.
So I'm trying to figure out if he got somebody in there. What does he have the sheet like? Because boy got the top bunk. He ain't gonna say it later on. This dude telling the story. He got the top bunk. Dante got the top bunk. So I guess I'm guessing his silly got the sheet down over the bed as well, so you can't see what's in the bunk. So you don't know who in the bunk. Is what I'm getting at.
Coming down. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm brushing my teeth or whatever. So I get done. So he's like, yo, bro, yeah, just come back later. So I'm like, all right. So he damn near pushed me out the cell. So I leave and I hit the yard. We out there for 2 hours. You know, I'm talking to my people, getting the latest gossip on the yard. I always tell y'all, inmates always gossiping. You think women
That's
gossip?
True.
No. Men
like
gossip way worse than women.
Like
I come out the yard
bitches.
and I go back to my block. And my bunkie standing up on the second tier looking at me. He motioning like this for me to come up there. So I go up there. I'm like, what's up? He was like, hey, bro, I didn't mean to, try to rush you out the cell, but hey, man, there's some wild stuff going on right now. I said, what's up? He was like, I'll tell you about it later. But listen, at dinner time, again, can you not come to the cell and, I'm going to be doing something up in there. So I'm like, man, I'm like, bro, what's going on? What you got going on up in here? He like, no, it ain't nothing. I'm like, check this out. Whatever you got going on in there, he like, no, don't worry about it. It ain't gonna get you in trouble. It ain't nothing that's gonna get us in trouble. I'm not in here. I'm not moving nothing. I'm not selling nothing. I'm just trust me. I got this. So I'm like, all right, whatever, man. So like clockwork, this would go on for 5 days. 5 days straight. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Saturday rolls around. I finally asked him, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm coming upstairs. Next time he like, bro, man, just chill. I'll let you know what's going on. I'm like, come on, man. I don't like being in the dark, man. What's going on? Man, I tell you what, Monday, I'll let you know what's going on. Matter of fact, we're going to fast forward all the way to Monday at exactly 10 p.m. at the dinner time. So I come in from the lunchroom, AKA the chow hall, and I go upstairs. And he right there at the door with a smile on his face. I'm like, all right, so what's the deal? What's going on? So he got up real close up to me. He was like, hey, what I was doing in the cell, you can't tell nobody. Matter of fact, what you see in the cell, you can't tell nobody at all. So I'm like, what? I said, what's in there? He like, it ain't what's in there, it's who in there. I say, what? Who in there? So he was like, come on. So we go in there. I see the CO, Sarah. Sarah is an old white woman, late 60s or early 70s. I really can't tell, but this woman was old. I see what I see, but it's not processing up here.
Never do these 3 things after a car accident if you want to potentially receive any money at all.
Crazy.
Number 1.
That like button.
I'm like, what the heck? So he like, yeah. He like, Sarah, this my man's right here. He cool. I let him know what's going on. And so she got up and she was like, okay. So I'm like, okay, what? Then he was like, well, this my thing. This my boo thing up in here. And I'm like, okay. And he was like, yeah, I've been talking to her and, she like, yeah, she'll let you join too. And I'm like, join what? He like, man, that's how we be getting down up in here. This my girl. I was like, nah, I'm straight. I'm good. She was like, what, you gay or something? I said, oh, no. I'm practicing celibacy. I'm in here locked up. I got 10 years, man. I'm not, I'm a spiritual man and I don't involve in them type of things. So she looked me up and down with concern on her face. Do I got to worry about him? He like, no, let me talk to him. So me and him step out the cell. He like, bro, what's up with you, man? What's wrong with you? I said, what's wrong with you? I said, I'm not touching now. You crazy? Not even the fact that if we in here doing something to this woman and another guard walk past and hear it and come in there and they see us got her bust down, spread eagle style up in here, this woman can scream that we snatched her in this cell and violated her. I'm not about to hegs no. And for that, nah, I'm good. I'm straight. He like, no, man, this my girl, man. Chill out, chill. I got this. I said, not even that, man. I don't look. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm not attracted to that at all. I want no piece of that. He like, well, all right, man, but just, all right, all right. I said, don't worry, man. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not finna mess up what you got going on. That's you. Trust me. I'm good. That's all you. I'm good. I'm straight. So we go back in the cell. I hop on my bunk. And sure enough, she get to taking her stuff off and he get to taking his stuff off and he busts her down right there on the bed. I'm like, ugh. So, you know, they do what they do and he get up and she get up and she putting her stuff back on. She adjusting.
Boy, wild man, but I kind of call cap on this story, man. I ain't saying any lying, but I ain't seen too many inmates. I mean, too many guards get down in front of other dudes. I know. I had all type of homies. I done messed with a female guard. I done had all type of homies mess with female guards. They too much didn't get down when your celly was in the cell. They gonna make you get your celly up out of there.
Her stuff and then she walk out and he like, man, bro, you do not know what you missing. I'm straight. I'm good. Yeah, that's all you, man. He like, man, you crazy, man. I would have. Yeah, you just don't know. So later on that night, I asked him, I'm like, yo, how long this been going on with y'all? He was like, man, I've been busting her down for like 3 weeks now. I said, oh, okay. I said, I mean, like, how did it happen? One of my homeboys that went home, he put me on her. Man, she liked tall black dudes. I said, oh, okay. So I said, oh, so she been getting around.
Man, get to the content. Let me skip it, child. I don't know
she was messing with my boy and he.
Or she messing with him.
This is the fake ad you see everywhere, right? But this is Ebony, a real game. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aren't they exactly the same? No, because Ebony is the real number gate runner game. Gotta try it, huh? Nobody ever believes me, but this really is just like the ads in real.
Put the request in. Birds of a feather flock together, right? So I shoot upstairs and tell my celly what the play is.
This is the fake ad you see everywhere, right? But this is Ebony, a real game. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aren't they exactly the same? No, because Ebony is the real number gate runner game. Gotta try it, huh? Nobody ever believes me, but this really is just like the ads in real life.
I'm gonna skip it where she messing with him.
Right now, I'm like, what did I get myself into? Maybe I should have dropped the kite. Maybe I should have, since my husband isn't here no more, you go to the sergeant, to the warden, and say, I want to put you in. And the white sheet goes up. So I'm like, oh, J-Rock. He said, oh, J-Rock, my dude. J-Rock, my dude. I said, well, that's even better. He was like, take a rocket scientist to come up with that idea. So about 4 days later, the transfer happened. I get my stuff. I take it downstairs. He get his stuff. And he bring it upstairs. I'm out of the equation, but J-Rock ended up knocking my celly teeth out his mouth.
All right, child.
He took out all this.
I had to get past all of that unnecessary talk because now it's going to get into the part where I watched this already. It's going to get to the part where she started messing with him. He just gave y'all the up story of how he found out that she get down.
Fronts right here. I don't know what it was about. It could have been about Sarah. It could have been about them making a play together and somebody tried to backstab one or the other. Remember, this is prison, right? Whatever it was, they got the rumbling in that cell and my ex-celly got his teeth knocked out. So they go to the hole. A day later, Sarah approached me. She said, hey, let me talk to you. I said, what's up? She was like, hey, I've been thinking about you. And I'm like, okay, what's up? She was like, well, I'm putting you in your old cell. And I'm like, for what? She was like, cause I want to talk to you tonight. So I'm like, all right, whatever. See, I'm going to tell y'all something. I knew what she wanted, but what can I really do? If I tell her no, she can bring pressure on me. She could make my life a living hell. But remember I told y'all, this is day house. What I'm supposed to do? Write a grievance?
Day house.
Write a kite to the CO,
to this ain't Texas,
to the warden, and say, hey, your employee trying to mess around with me? Come on, man. So I'm like, no, I really like my cell. She like, come on, I'm transferring you. She walked off. So I'm like, all right, man, whatever. True to her word, here I go, packing my stuff up, and I'm bringing it back to my old cell. So she comes in there. She was like, well, since my husband isn't here no more, you know, I need something from you. I'm like, what you need from me? So she walk up to me. She get close to me, and I'm like, she got this look in her eyes. And I'm like, ugh. So she get up close up on me. She got this look in her eye. And she like, well, I'm going to get mine. And you going to give it to me. And she grabbed me. And I'm like, yo, yo, yo. And she like, yeah, I'll be back here tonight. She like, I want you here and now. Right now. Drop it. I'm like, yo, yo, chill, chill. She said, I want you now. I said, wait. I said, so you just going to take it? So she like, yeah, come on. I said, listen, I need some time to warm up to this. Y'all got to remember, man, this woman got to be pushing her late 60s, early 70s, right? I just felt like my skin was crawling at this point in time. So she like, yeah, come on, let's go. So she trying to undress me, and I'm like, yo, chill. So I grabbed her by her shoulders. I grab her strong, and I'm like, yo, just chill out. Wait a minute. So she's like, oh, I like that. So she trying to like kiss me, like come in and kiss me. I'm like, so I'm bobbing and weaving like this, right? So she's like, oh yeah, I like that. You like to fight. So I'm like, I say, listen, I need some time, man. She's like, I'm not trying to hear that. So she was like, I'm gonna be back. I will be back. So she leave out the cell, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Right now, I'm like, what did I get myself into? Maybe I should have dropped the kite. Maybe I should have checked in. Maybe I should have. So I'm sitting at the bottom bunk, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I am not about to let this woman touch me again. It's not going to happen. I know dudes out there be like, man, you crazy, man. I would have broke that down right there in the cell, right then and there. I don't care how old she is. Let me tell y'all something. I got morals and I got standards. And them standards right there is way below my minimum. That ain't happening. That's out. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, how I'm going to get out of this? Because not only she looked like a sweet old lady, but she was aggressive with it. I'm talking about she grabbed me. She was aggressive with it. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe if I just break her off this one time and just make it real bad, maybe I should just jackhammer it and just be real lousy with it. Then I got to thinking about she giving out STDs. I'm not touching that, man. I'm just gonna have to go to the hole. I'm just gonna have to tell something. But then again, I'm thinking like, I don't want to blow. I don't know who this woman connected with. I don't know what's gonna happen to me back there in the hole. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to man up and do what I gotta do. But I'm not going into this woman without no protection. That ain't happening. That's out. I came to prison STD free. I'm leaving out STD free. And that's the bottom line to it. In the last video, I forgot to tell y'all to hit that like button. So I'm sitting there and I'm contemplating what am I gonna do?
And if you ain't subscribed, you need to subscribe, man, to the best channel out of Dallas, Texas, man. The Peter I'm choked. The Peter Reestroff Show and the Hood Historians, man. Hit that like button.
Dante, use your thinking. Use your head. How you gonna get out of here? So I just lay back
just hit
my
the
bed,
old lady and give it to her, man.
I'm like,
just go and give it to her.
Maybe I should just put somebody on her. Okay, well, no, I can't do that because can't trust nobody in here. So now I'm thinking like, well, maybe I could just, break her off, but do it all sloppy and do it all nasty.
You just said
she'll be like,
get to the point.
I don't want to mess with him no more. Something like that. So all these things going in my head at this particular time. So I'm like, okay.
You got my video running 19 minutes
so
and
then
I ain't smashed it yet.
I walk out the cell and she at the control booth and she eyeing me like an evil stalking a mouse. Here she go.
An evil stalking.
I feel her eyes on my back.
Bird.
Ugh, goosebumps. The hairs on my skin got to raising up. Y'all see that? That right there let y'all know that this really happened. Y'all see my goosebumps? Y'all see the hair on my right there?
No, lifting up. Come on, tell the story.
Oh, I felt that with my eyes breathing on my back. So I'm walking and I'm like, ugh. So I'm walking, I go sit down and I'm watching TV. So I feel a presence approaching me and she's standing there. She like, you need anything? I said, no, I don't need nothing. She was like, well, I'm going to be by your cell around 2 a.m. I said, all right. She was like, okay, I'll see you then. So she got to walking off. And then I thought to myself, like, you know what? If this got to happen, it got to happen the right way. So I got up and I walked up on her. I said, hey, do me a favor. Bring some condoms. She looked at me. She was like, what, you don't trust me? I said, listen, man, I heard what happened to my cellie. And, you know, I just don't, I just want to be protected. That's all. She was like, okay. What, Magnum? I said, how you know? So she walk off and she go to the control booth and I go back and go sit down and I get to watch the TV and I hear the control booth door close. And so I look over there and I see her walking towards my way again. So she get up on me and she put her hand like right here, like on my right here. And she like massaging it a little bit. I said, she like, you like that? I said, yeah, that's cool. And then she stopped and she was like, yeah, you gonna get me in trouble up in here. I said, no, you gonna get yourself in trouble. Now, it might look like I was flirting back with her, but I was in a bad spot. I was stuck in between a hard place and a hard place, okay? So I'm like,
what it look like to y'all? Put an answer in the chat. Was he flirting back? Like he was flirting back to me, nigga. Like you keep saying you didn't want that, but you started playing with the brown.
all right, whatever. So she like, yeah, you got a whole lot. I'm gonna take my time with you. So I'm like, I said, yeah, what we gonna do? She like, yo, you gonna find out. I got a lot of wisdom and I got a lot of skills, baby. And she just walked off and I'm like, ugh. So now I'm like, man, this is real. I said, you know what? I got to get out of here. I got to get out of this situation. Now I'm thinking to myself, like, maybe I should start an argument with somebody so I can get put in a hole. What about that argument might lead to a fight? What about that fight might lead into a stabbing? What about that stabbing might lead into a death? Then I'm thinking like all over because I didn't want to break down Officer Sarah. I'm just going to have to break her down. So now it's time for us to lock down.
Y'all got denim? Hold on.
Crazy.
On the website, y'all?
Like
Ain't no way. You guys are a print on demand.
Hit that like button,
I
subscribe.
can't even sleep. I can't sleep at all, man. I can't sleep at all. Trying to get some rest, but that's all I'm thinking about. This woman putting her nasty body against mine. So I'm laying there. I'm like, man, this really gonna happen, man. Ugh. About 2:30 rolls around and I hear her walking down the tier. You know, she doing her rounds. She walked right past my cell. I'm thinking to myself like, man, it's just a matter of time. Ugh. So true to her word, she ended up coming back about 6 minutes later. She come up in the cell. I'm acting like I'm asleep. So I'm wrapped up in my cover and I'm holding it tight. Like from here to here, I'm rolled up tight like a fruit roll-up.
I know we talking about y'all got to bed with your girl and she
like,
wrapped up in the blanket. You trying to get up in the cover and she won't let the cover go.
I'm acting like I'm asleep hard.
Girl, let me in this cover. Quit playing. Oh, mine
like, she's like, Dante. So I hear her. And she was like, you ain't sleep. So she got to shaking me. So she's like, oh, okay, you want to play a game.
Like
I only got time.
Especially in the winter time.
She's like trying to pull the cover off of me. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you a hold up. So I'm wrapped up like this, acting like I'm asleep. And she grabbing the cover like this, like just trying to get aggressive, trying to take it off. But I'm holding on to this cover for dear life, right? She like, man, stop playing. Come on, let's do this. She like, yeah, let's do this. So I'm like, man, no, stop. She like, what you mean, no? I said, you got the condoms? She like, oh, no, I forgot. I'll get them next time. I said, no, we can't do that. She's like, no, come on, let's do it. I said, no, man, I can't do it. No, you got to go get them. She's like, I can't go get them. They're in the car. I'm like, well, we can't do nothing then. It can't happen. She like, all right, whatever. All right, I'll be back. She like, yeah, you better be ready tomorrow. So she left out the cell. So I'm thinking like, yes, victory. I won this battle. I won this time. So later on that evening, I comes back from the yard and she's standing in front of my cell with another guard. So I'm like, the heck going on? So I walk up there. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, this your cell, right? I said, yeah. So I'm looking at the cell like, what the heck going on? So she like, staying out here, we finna shake your cell down.
Oh, they hit the trap. They hit it high.
So they go in there and they shaking it down. I'm like, man, what is y'all looking for? Like, well, we heard that you.
Well, they shaking it down because they she mad at him. So that's what they do when they mad at you, man. They get your house hit. They get your cells shook down because they mad at you, whatever. Because you ain't do something they wanted you to do. But we ain't gonna keep playing with this sucker. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get out of here. Y'all want to watch the rest of that, man? It's the Dante Show, man. Go over there and check Dante out, man. This is the Dante Show. I was abused in prison by a female guard. Check him out, man. That being said, hit that like and subscribe button. Peace.